Bob Dole, longtime GOP senator and 1996 presidential nominee, dies. Bob Dole, a longtime Senate Republican leader and the party's presidential nominee in 1996, died Sunday at age 98. Dole's death was confirmed in a tweet by the Elizabeth Dole Foundation. It is with heavy hearts we announce that Senator Robert Joseph Dole died early this morning in his sleep. At his death at age 98, he had served the United States of America faithfully for 79 years. Dole was in many ways the embodiment of the World War II generation in Congress. He had served in a combat division in Italy and suffered grievous wounds that kept him in military hospitals for years after the war. But despite losing the use of his right arm, he got through law school and became a public prosecutor, state legislator, representative, and U.S. Senator. Bob was an American statesman like few in our history, said President Joe Biden, who served with Dole in the Senate. A war hero and among the greatest of the greatest generation, and to me, he was also a friend whom I could look to for trusted guidance, or a humorous line at just the right moment to settle frayed nerves. Several former presidents shared similar sentiments, remembering Dole as the consummate statesman and an example of the greatest generation. Senator Bob Dole was a war hero, a political leader, and a statesman, with a career and demeanor harkening back to a day when members of the greatest generation abided by a certain code, putting country over party, said former President Barack Obama. Dole represented the finest of American values, said former President George W. Bush in a statement. He defended them in uniform during World War II. He advanced them in the United States Senate. And he lived them out as a father, husband, and friend. Our entire family benefited from that friendship, including my father. Former President Bill Clinton, who defeated him to win re-election to the White House in 1996, praised Dole for dedicating his entire life to serving the American people. After all he gave in the war, he didn't have to give more. But he did. His example should inspire people today, and for generations to come. Dole was a giant of the Senate, a powerful committee chairman in the early 1980s, and then party leader from 1985 until he resigned 11 years later, in 1996, to concentrate on his presidential campaign. He had won the GOP nomination easily that year, but fought an uphill, losing campaign against incumbent President Bill Clinton. Previously, Dole had been the party's vice presidential nominee with President Gerald Ford in 1976 and had sought the presidential nomination in 1980 and 1988. When you think about the fact that Bob Dole was elected to the House of Representatives the same year that John F. Kennedy was elected president, and that he went on, for example, in 1994, to be one of the most important factors in the defeat of Bill Clinton's health insurance plan and then run for president in 1996, you realize that, in a sense, the last 4 decades of the 20th century were Bob Dole territory, said Ross Baker, a political scientist at Rutgers University. In retirement, Dole had remained active in Washington, serving on presidential commissions and supporting the political career of his wife, Elizabeth Dole, who served in the U.S. Senate from 2003 to 2007. In 2016, he endorsed Donald Trump's GOP presidential candidacy. He also had something of a career in TV commercials for Viagra and Pepsi, and became an occasional character on the cartoon show The Simpsons. He had been in declining health in recent years. A native of Russell, Can, Dole was a standout high school and college athlete who, as a student at the University of Kansas in the early 1940s, trained for an Olympic tryout. He first came to Washington in 1960 as a member of the House of Representatives and won his first of 5 Senate elections in 1968. He emerged in the Senate as a strong partisan.